I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at villageXchange@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed, and Charles shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener.
It is a birthday party, a Korean birthday party.
A Korean birthday
our
party, you
friend-
losers.
For our friend Revo, who's probably asleep from having too much birthday fun. Because actually he's in Korea, or like over there in that area right now.
He's in the motherland right now.
Yeah, so his time is like way different. It's like early morning where he's at right now. Okay, so SSERAFIM Smart is the name of, let me get that, 235.
235 in this bitch.
We are, let me beep. Sorry. So
Wow.
you start rushing and then you make mistakes. That's that, that whole, turtle. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. He said, DJ Revo says, this is your second reaction to this girl group. This is the B-side to the song you reacted to, Easy. Oh, remember that?
Yes.
They were put together by HYBE, BTS's label. HYBE was founded by Hitman Bang, who got his start in JYP, but left after getting into a fight in the mid-2000s, just as the company was taking off with their New York connections, in which he returned to South Korea to find this company.
There's like no grace over there. They fuck up one time, it's over with. You got in a fight, you did drugs, it's over.
No, that was in New York. Just as he got in a fight, they were put together by the label. He was founded by Hitman Bang, who got his start at JYP. That's whose group is that? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's the group that did BTS.
Yeah. But left after getting into a fight in the mid-2000s, just as the company was taking off with their New York connections, in which he returned to South Korea. So it was here, and then he went back.
Yeah, but the label dropped him, right?
I think he did that, but I don't know. I thought that I remember that from the last SSERAFIM we did, because I remember thinking, oh no, it was like that story of Get Rich, where it's like right there, and then he left. Anyway, but maybe there was good reason, because it does seem like a lot of times these people make moves off of like a position rather than like sticking it out for money and like, I don't know, separating yourself from yourself by sticking with something that you don't agree with. Okay, so he says, with BTS success in the late 2010s, the company became one of the big 4 largest K-pop companies. It is written by Score, 13, Megatone, 13, Supreme Boy, Arina, babe, please.
Karimi?
Just read through these.
Arina Karimi, BB Elliott, Triple Z, Hitman Bag, Paige, Garabito, Yeonjin, she's the one with the red hair, Jasmine Lee Naming, Theodore Hiragada, Hadar Adora, Charlie Lee Unhua,
their fandom name is
Jumbas. Their fandom name is Fear Not, which Korean pronunciation sounds like Korean word for blooming. Their ages range from 25 to 17.
All right.
All right, guys, here we go. Now that we got that information, let's check these guys out. The name of the
song is Smart.
The name of the song is Smart.
The name of the band is SSERAFIM.
Yep.
Let's check it out.
Oh, there it is. Boom.
I'm a smarter, baby, smarter. Smarter, baby, smarter. 하늘 보면 별까지 깜빡해서 떨어지. Wanna be a winner. Wanna be a winner. 계획대로 될까지 난 나비가 될 애쓰니. 원하는 건 승리란 놈. I call it sugar. My sugar, sugar. 플랜대로라면 놓칠 리가 없지. 내 sugar, sugar. My sugar. 누구 말해 내가 민 신경을 써 쉬쉬쉬쉬쉬. 내 벽을 위에 필 아름다운 대신 더 강한 이름 빌런을 택했지. 그게 바로 미 내게 보여 see Let's SSERAFIM 날 이끌어 to victory. I'm a smarter baby smarter. Smarter baby smarter. 하늘 보면 열까지 간파해서 돌까지. Wanna be a winner. Wanna be a winner. 계획대로 될까지 난 나비가 될 애쓰니. I'm a smarter baby. Work hard insecure 아끼가 착착맞게 up and back. Don't be mad. 플랜대로라면 난 될 수가 없지. 그 loser 내 loser. 누구 말해 내가 미 신경을 써 쉬쉬쉬쉬쉬. 내 패배 위에 필 아름다운 대신 더 강한 이름 빌런을 택했지. So I just wanna me 내게 모여 see Let's SSERAFIM 날 이끌어 to victory. I'm a smarter baby smarter. Smarter baby smarter. 하늘 보면 열까지 간파해서 돌까지. Wanna be a winner. Wanna be a winner. 계획대로 될까지 난 나비가 될 애쓰니. I'm a smarter baby. 시계는 틱톡 필요해도 shortcut 찾아내고 난 쳐봤지. 누구는 말에 대해서 long 난 말이 noise 난 love 내 땀은 난 lion. Don't slow down it's only super fast. Basking 내 머릿속에 가슴 난 준비를 끝내. Dinner at the winner that is what I wanna be. Smarter baby smarter. 하늘 보면 열까지 간파해서 돌까지. Wanna be a winner. Wanna be a winner. 계획대로 될까지 난 나비가 될 애쓰니. I'm smarter baby.
All right. They are smarter. I don't know
Yeah.
what they're smarter than. What do you think was going on in the
I
song?
thought that she was saying like basically like, look, if I'm going to take the position of a villain if I have to, I'm going to take the name villain instead. Hold on, let me pull that back because pull it back up. Actually, I don't even have the lyrics up over here. I was just watching that thing. Give me a minute.
Well, how are you interpreting
Well,
that?
I just thought that it was like, you know, she'd rather take, she's going to be smarter and whatever, like, cause sometimes, this is how I took it. Sometimes, like, as a female, like, when you go in hard on something, people are like, yo, chill, like, what are you doing? Like, that's too much. And she's like, I'd rather, you can call me the villain. It's also like, you know, you remember that you worked for that company and there was a boss and you were like, there was nothing wrong with her. But they were like, wow, she's such a bitch. Okay, well, that's because they didn't really want to listen to her. So then they got to call her names and blah, blah, blah. Like, they can't just let her be like she can't just be strong, whatever. Yeah. So to me, it was her saying like, look, like, I'm going to work. She's like, I'm working in secret. Like, she's going, I want to be a winner. She doesn't want to be a loser. Like, she's going to work hard for what she wants, work hard in secret. The arrow hit right on its target. And when she says, then she says, I planned that. Don't be mad. It goes as planned I become. Because she doesn't want to be like that. Like, she's got a goal and she's going toward it. And she's going to have, I took it as she's going to take the name villain. If that's what you're going to give to her, like, whatever, because she'd rather be that than be the loser that she would be if she dulls herself down for these people that want her to stay at a certain level. That's what I got.
Yeah, I mean, you were really the first female I really saw that with, where it was like your strength was not celebrated as like something that was, you know, uniquely special about you. There was a lot of an attempt, at least in my perception, to get you to be, you know, a little bit more. I don't know how to say it without sounding really crazy.
No, you can just say it because I can't. One guy said, "Go ahead, say it." Say it.
No, one guy said what?
I couldn't remember it. Because you're listening to all this like feminism stuff and you know the siren person and stuff. So it got me thinking about a lot of different things. And I remember one guy saying something that was, I can't remember the words. That was the thing. But basically, the idea was he wanted to like pin me down, like dominate me, like kind of like control me, and like
this was a boyfriend.
No, I never dated him, but he wanted to date me, and like he said, like because I guess he felt like that he was like super like manly or whatever, and that he was gonna be able to, like basically like he was gonna be the one guy that was gonna get to tie me down, and I was like,
tie you down in what sense?
In like a because I was kind of like free spirited. You never met him.
Okay.
He was kind of like I think I was kind of like free spirited, and you couldn't really like pin me into like a group. So I wasn't like the other girls. Like I didn't really fit in with them, and I had no issue like saying what I thought. So I was like sort of like a feminist in the evangelical circle as much as you could be.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
Definitely.
in those places. So yeah, that was, and I was like, that's a red flag.
Yeah, that's weird that he...
But he thought that I was going to see that as a positive thing because he was so manly. He was going to be able to, like, but it didn't sound like he was going to, like, control it to that degree. He thought that I was going to willingly submit to him. And I was like, it's never going to happen. No, he didn't even have it like that, honestly.
Right. But tell us his name, Sori. I'll block him. XBM, the guy sounds like a bitch. Gang shit.
So yeah, you know, like there was that sort of mentality. So for me, when I heard this song, that's all I thought of. I was like, oh, okay, like, you know, it's that energy, you know.
You know, people talk about so and so's out of your league or whatever, and I think like the manosphere thing is bullshit. But I do think maybe out of your league is not the terminology, but I'm going to use it as a placeholder. You were out of everybody's league down there. You know, when I saw you in the Bible study and shit, I was like, oh man, let's go. Here we go. But like,
I never felt like anybody's energy matched mine until I met you. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's I don't know if it's a fear. I don't know what it is, but there's definitely a fear of women underneath the misogyny thing. And I think when a certain kind of dude sees a woman who's able to do any and everything without him, I have seen where they'll find ways to make that not true. Mm-hmm. And so, like, you know, we saw that video of that lady, you know, she did the trad wife thing and then they got divorced, and because the husband made all the money, she was screwed, basically living out of her car when, you know, years prior.
Well, he didn't make all the money, just to be clear. She was the one that was doing those businesses and had the mind behind it. But he was the one that was collecting the money.
And he was
the one that got all the money, and then she asked him.
Name.
Yeah, she asked him if she could have a piano. So she got a piano out of all the, you know, I thought they brought in, I thought it was close to $1 million, but I don't know for sure. But
who says I'm mean? I don't care.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you say, yeah, exactly, you stand up for yourself, or you know, you're not going to take that, you're not going to be like that, then, oh, wow, she's mean, she's a bitch. It's just all the same thing. It's just another way of trying to control somebody, because people want to be liked. People don't want, you know, but there is a point where you just accept it, and you're like, okay, well, that's me then. Like, I remember distinctly a conversation that I was having with a woman. I had left church, and she said, you know, you probably should, you know, kind of like tone it down a little bit when you're at church, because I can see that a lot of the other women are getting insecure when they're around you. And I said, are you serious? So because they're all insecure, I'm supposed to change who I am and not be who I am for them. Like, I'm supposed to become like that. And the person was probably one of the only people, there was very few people that could even speak into my life. And this person did have that sort of like cachet with me. But when they said that, I saw them kind of like, ooh, yeah, that does kind of sound like whatever. But then they stuck with it. They said, well, yeah, I mean, basically they were telling me if you want to fit in and you want to have friends, this is what you have to do. And I said, well, then no, I don't want to be a part of it. Like, I'm still going to be me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why the...
I do think that there are some things that I could have made some adjustments on, like, but I stuck my stake in the ground because
What do you mean?
Like, for instance, I was given the idea that men are visually attracted to women first. And I was always looking to have a husband. So I would always make sure that my outfit was top notch. And by top notch, it's always going to be a little bit on the tighter side. So I think that did create some insecurities around the people and so like if I went back and I relived my life over with, I wouldn't have done that because one, I don't think that you need to do that. Like, I think that, you know, if your connection with somebody is purely physical, you have to have something more than that. Especially, like, I think I'm realizing it even more as I get, like, older. I'm like, whoa, if the only connection that we had was a physical connection, like, eventually, you know, like, I mean, all my life I've heard, I mean, that lady's, like, in her 50s. That lady's, like, in her 50s. I've heard that so many times, it's like an echo in my head now. So I'm like, okay, I'm coming close to 40. That means I'm 10 years away from being 50. And when I hit 50, I'm going to be like, I'm the woman that they were talking about. Ooh, that lady's in her 50s. So it's like, when you actually hit that point, like, I want to know that, okay, if the only connection that you had to me was my physical, then when I'm 50, you're over. You see what I mean? Like, you have to have something more and deeper than that. And I wouldn't have put, like, so much on that. Probably would have saved me some situations. But anyway. I mean, it is what it is. I enjoyed my outfits.
I'm sure a lot of people enjoyed your outfits.
Nope, girls did not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I think those are different circumstances. You know, the guy telling you to calm down versus women saying, hey, can we dial the clothes back? To me, those are two completely separate issues.
Oh, I agree. But still, both are trying to...
I never agreed with you on that. I never agreed.
Wait,
time we're out of PP, you came out there and your
yeah.
Or that Christmas... Sorry. She was beefing with people at the time. And so she was on this, like, fuck everybody. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to dress how I want. Mm-hmm. And, like, obviously, you see her, you know, it's great. She's beautiful. But, like, the entire package with that, what she was wearing on those days. She came down, we weren't together at the time. I was just a friend. She came down the stairs. And I looked at her, and I was like, this was supposed to be the big Christmas thing for the homeless that we were doing. Mm-hmm. And
oh yeah,
Sori comes down here on her red carpet shit, and it was like I said, I'm the type of person, like, I could see a dude, I go, oh, that guy's handsome. Like the guy that plays Superman.
These were clothes I got at Goodwill.
The guy that plays the guy that plays Superman? I forgot the guy's name. Henry Cavill or what? I'm like, oh, he's a good looking dude. Like I can, you know, men, women, like, I could tell, oh, that guy's symmetrical, that girl, whatever. But when this girl cleans up and she's in her, you know, he had heels on that day too. She had heels and a skirt and all that shit. I'd never really seen her in that fall. And I was like, we going to church like this? She's like, yep. And she'd already burned me earlier in the day, or her aunt had already burned me earlier in the day, so I didn't want any more smoke. Remember when you threw the...
Nobody burned him. He was carrying the ham, which we were very grateful that you were carrying it. But I thought you tipped it. Is that not what happened?
No, that was your aunt kept saying, I burned him, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but did she actually? Or that's all her exaggeration? Did she? I thought you tipped it. I do remember it slowly burning your arm. What happened? How did that happen?
Oh, she ran into me while I was taking it from the thing, and then all the juice and shit
He
splashed.
just kept holding this thing.
Oh, no,
I
what
just
am I
remember
gonna
seeing
drop
it.
it? I can't
like,
drop
yeah, it was
it.
right here on your arm, right? I'm not exaggerating. This is see,
Yeah.
my memory is shit.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember exactly seeing
Oh,
it
yeah.
go down his arm.
I
And,
had
like, he
showtime in
didn't
an hour,
move. He
too.
like held it like.
I had showtime in an hour. I had to go and, MC the event or whatever. But I was just like, oh man, sorry. It was so stressful because I was like managing everybody's issues and the girls. Anytime we were in a group dynamic with the girl, sorry, you were like, it doesn't matter. It didn't matter what she wore. The girls were just all, so they'd pull me, hey, Vin, blah, 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 blah. I'd be like, well, it was very, very difficult. So like, I just wanted to be able to focus on the event. So I was like telling Shorty, like, yo, if you could just kindly, like, no. But at the time, like, I understood why. It's something that she needed. You needed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you needed to get yourself out of those.
Well, you know what it really was? It was the only form of actual power that I felt like I had. And I was at a point in time where I felt completely powerless based off of some situations that were happening in my previous marriage. And so I was like, fuck you, fuck all of you. Of course, I didn't say that word at the time, but that was absolutely the condition of my heart. And then I was like, I'm going in my most powerful form, which I felt like my most powerful form was, they were Goodwill clothes, but they looked nice.
It was a very powerful form, if that's the language.
So
I'd never seen anything like that up close in real life in my life. Like,
are you serious?
It's like literally like this girl like literally belonged on the red carpet. It was insane. Like as soon as she walked in, like everybody was like, it wasn't even like a lust thing. It wasn't even like that. It was like a meteor shower from your roof. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like indoors. Like it was nobody. Oh, that meteor shower has a fat ass. It wasn't like that. It was just. I'm laughing because it was just so.
And I was on my energy.
You
too.
were so. It was just so.
I was doing what I needed to get done. I was like,
top. I don't even think I talked to you one time when we were actually there. I was like, oh man.
It wasn't even a short skirt. It was down to my knees. What?
Yeah.
Am I lying?
I mean, it's not like I feel like it's something that you just had to do. You had to do it for you.
Oh, I did. 100%.
From my vantage point, I'm like, you just made my life so much more difficult. Because I heard about that shit for 6 months, bro. Because, like, there are pretty girls and cute girls and whatever, but Sori's, like, Hollywood gorgeous. And, like, it was like when I went to play, when I got moved down to Kentucky. And I was right in the UK complex, the school. And, I've been playing basketball my whole life. I'm from New York City, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I ain't scared of none of these people, bro. I don't care if you go to UK. I don't care if you're on the team. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm me, nigga. What you want? I start playing with this guy. We're all on a team, whatever. And he's talking throughout the game. And he's like a third stringer. And he's like talking throughout the game. And like, he's talking about the facilities. And all. Meanwhile, we all playing and shit. I'm like, man, fuck this shit, bro. I took the ball and I went hard on him. I put my body into him and shit. Put that layup in there. Yeah, nigga, 5'8", nigga. Look at that. Boom. There's a white boy, too. He started smiling. He's smiling. I was like, what's he smiling? I'm like, smile you want, nigga. We good. I was like, yo, give me that ball back. It was like, all right, apple shirt. Boom. I took the ball. I did my little step back, my little Steph Curry. Put one bounce on there. Dominant hand. Coming off on the left. It was perfect, dear listener. That white boy, and he was not like 6'15" and 6'9" or whatever. I mean, he's 6 feet tall, but he was not gargantuan. That white boy, sent that shit. I said, all right, cool. I said, I got something for this bitch. Yo, give me the ball. They're like, I don't know, apple shirt. That nigga just sent your shit. I'm like, man, give me the ball, nigga. So he gave me the ball. I said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go inside. get him to come. He's going to be over aggressive because he's going to want to send my shit again. I'm going to pump fake him. I'm going to get him in the air. And then I'm going to scoop that bitch in. So boom. I go there. Whap, whap, whap. Whoop. Ha. Pump fake. In the air. I had him. I saw his body. Woo. And I said, whoop. Because that shit, you know, I like to talk shit, make people angry. I said, whoop. Soon as his body cleared, I went up for the easy bucket. What? What the fuck? The other hand.
What?
As he's in the air, like by the other hand.
Oh no!
Then he got the ball. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Okay, that's when I realized, okay, there's a gap.
There's a gap.
A significant one. A significant gap. A significant gap. My ex was out there at one time. And she's like, you know, I'm really surprised at you. I said, what? She's like, you usually play really, really hard. You were just letting everything go. And of course, I was playing my hardest.
Oh,
I said, yeah, you know, they're young kids. You know, they start in college. You know, his girl was
did?
there. Of course. What do you mean? So my point of that long extended story was just to say that is Sori compared to other girls. Like if you think other girls are cute and all this and she catches your eye, yeah, I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. I'm sure the vast majority of you, if I took you out in the court, I could wax all of you pretty by myself. Okay? But there's a difference between being the best guy in your neighborhood and being one of the best people on the planet. And that's Sori. When Sori decides that she's gonna clean, when she decides she's gonna clean up, you literally, it's like I said, it's not even a lust thing. It's just impossible not to look at her. So she shows up in there. I'm like, man, they never forgave you for that shit. Girls never forgave you for that shit.
I remember you saying
I saw them
something
dudes.
like,
I saw Shorty walking in and shit. And like I said, dudes are, you know, very, very lustful and shit like that. But I promise you, it wasn't that kind of energy. It was just, people were just like, what the fuck is going on? It was like a famous person showed up. Anyway.
I still actually remember the face that you made because I was so accustomed to people judging me for my clothing. But it wasn't even like that. You weren't judging me. It just looked like,
please don't do this to me.
Oh, jeez.
Because you know what happens. Anytime somebody got an issue, they're going to come to me. Anytime they had an issue with her, they come to me.
Yeah.
Anytime they wanted me to do something, they go to her.
Yeah.
Because we were like thick as thieves, man. We were in that shit. But yeah, Shorty, she made the rest of that year a living hell for me.
I apologize.
Yeah, 5 years removed. Great.
Well,
and I didn't even get the ham.
Babe.
I didn't get the ham out of the deal. I was supposed to get a ham out of the deal. I was like, yo, y'all got the ham? She's like,
bad.
Shit, my bad. 9.2.
I remember when I went into the kitchen and realized that there was no ham left. I was like, bro, I should have set that aside.
You know, I was thinking about voting for Trump, but now it's over with.
What? Why?
My wonderful wife Melania is the best looking woman. She's more attractive than anyone. Vin is wrong. I'm sorry. That lady, I've seen what we see of that lady is her in her peak conditioning. Filters, makeup, all the rest of it. Sori got her beat like when she wakes up in the morning with morning breath. I'm not even lying to you. We got a commercial break on the other side of the break.
Wait, did we rate the song?
I gave it a 9.2. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm at you, 9.2.
We'll
be right back.
We shall return on the other side of the break.